Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. Thank you very much for joining midday market review. If you're here, say hi, don't be shy. Let's see that everything is working, no technical issues. If you're here, just say hi. So let's see what the market bringing us so far. We are checking the SPY 65 minutes, nothing much. As we can see, first hour we went to the downside. We have this broadening formation, bounced off the broadening formation in the second hour. Now let's see, break up and above this 451 area, which is the high of the day. For now, 65 minutes moving sideways with 449.25 to the downside, 451 to the upside is the resistance, with an inside candle, on the 65. And we know that inside candles are not worth trading. On the 4 hours, we're still going between the 44.90 to the downside, 45.10 to the upside. This is the futures, 4 hours. So as long as we are moving sideways also on the futures, nothing much. Long continuation, close above the 45.10, and then we are heading towards the 45.26 and 45.32. If we can see futures on the 15 minutes, nothing much. Since the pre-market preparations, we said 45,000, 45.14 will be a very tough resistance, and here we are, 45.14 to the upside, 45 to the downside. Long, only a close above, an hourly close above 45.14. Nothing much. Let's check Qs. First, see the crude oil futures breaking above the 86, and now we need a close above 87, and then we are heading towards the 89, some kind of a pullback towards the 86 area. Will not be surprised. Qs, 65 minutes moving sideways, 376 to the downside, 379 to the upside. Sideways move, inside candle, nothing much. Careful trading in this kind of environment when you don't have any clear trend. This is a clear trend. This is a clear trend. This is a sideways move. Indecision in the market. So if the market cannot decide, we surely cannot decide. Long only above the 379, closing an hourly above 379, and then we can assume 380.8 and 381.52 to the upside. How is your trading day? How is your trading week so far? Hi Didi, thank you very much for joining. Let's check intraday levels. We have Tesla, very bullish day on Tesla, although in the past 2 hours or so just moving sideways. We took above the 249, we took here long in the Discord premium room, and now we are waiting for a break above the 254 towards the 257 and then 261. And if you can see how Fibonacci, now you can see how Fibonacci works. We had downtrend, bounce towards the 618 retracement Fibonacci level, and in the past hour, 2 hours between the 50 and the 618 Fibonacci, we will close this long, day trading long, a close below the 251.50. Long continuation and maybe increasing day trading position above 254 towards 257. Shopify downtrend, long, closing above this trend line over here. Microsoft, we took long on a break above the 334 and this trend line. Now Microsoft is pulling back. 332.50 needs to hold, otherwise we are out. Always manage your risk, because the only thing you have full control of is risk management and how much are you willing to lose on each and every trade. Netflix, we saw this breakout, but we did not take this long. I did not take this long. Some of our premium members took this long. Here on a breakout. Now looks like Netflix, some kind of a retracement, very healthy. 447.28 is the next support. Below it we are heading towards 443, retesting this trend line as support. Apple, basically nothing. 190 still a very tough resistance, and here the 187.60, as we can see, moving sideways from resistance to support. 189.60 resistance. If and when it will break to the upside, this 189.60 will become support. Let's see let's go over some interesting names. S&PS for swing trading, I'm looking for today a close above this area, the 463 area, very tough resistance. I'm looking to see if this candle can close above, and then we'll go long. Of course, everything you see in here on this channel and on my video is for educational purposes only. Thank you very much again for taking the time and joining this live. We're making this live and we are doing these live sessions in the past 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll continue to do it as long as we can learn and become better traders each and every day. MJ, the ETF, breaking above a very long-term downtrend line. This downtrend line started over February of 2021, and since then, every time price reached this area, got rejected until today. Let's see if today price can close above it, and tomorrow I want to see continuation, because after these 2 years of a downtrend, one candle will not change the overall sentiment. This is my strategy, this is my rules. I need 2 or 3 days above this trend line, prefer above the 4 area, and then we will go long using the Fibonacci levels to the downside as risk management. Intel, 37, tough resistance over here, and now broke to the upside beginning of the day, and now retracing back below, close above it, and then we can take long. We have a slight gap over here, but it doesn't matter. A gap is a gap, and we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. So let's see. Worth watching. Intel, a daily close above 37. Roku, also looking for a daily close above the 83.40, 83.50. Tried here, failed. Overall, this green trend line holding, but we are not long yet. I'm not long yet. I'm waiting for a daily close above the 83.50. AFRM, looks like bull's power is getting weaker and weaker, which is very, very healthy. After 60 plus bull run to the upside, now this 1970 needs to hold as support, getting retested as support before the next leg up. MU, very nice move since the bounce of this white trend line above 71. We're heading towards 74. FTNT, I'm looking for a break, a daily close above the 62.21. Then we have this potential run towards this gap, towards the 74. Let's see. Hi, Avi. Thank you very much for joining. Edmond, Oz, Asher, Aaron, John. Thank you very much for joining this live. Let's take some requests from you guys. What do we have? Oil have cup and handle. Well, tell you the truth, I don't really know, because I don't follow patterns. I just follow price. I'm looking for a break above resistance, checking the overall trend, zoom out, zoom in to get a better point of view. We can check oil over here. And as we said, once oil will break above this red box, it will give a run to the upside. And now 88 is the resistance. Closing above it, we have 92. I can see why we can say you have some kind of a cup handle, but don't rely on patterns. Patterns are not reliable. What else do we have? Apple, I think she closed. Gap, closed. Morning gap on Apple is filled on the daily. Yeah, have the gap over here, might get filled today. Sentiment looks, for now on Apple, looks good. What else do we have? Airbnb joins the S&P. When? Already joined? I did not follow on this. This is why she have a gap up. Now she has two gaps to the upside, one gap to the downside. And if you can see, 618 Fibonacci level. Will it close above it or below it? Below it with a doji, and we are heading back towards this gap at the 135. Closing above it, continuation tomorrow, and then we are heading towards these two gaps to the upside. SoFi, Avi. Let's clean the chart. What do we see here? Strong support over here. We have a resistance, strong resistance over here, and bouncing back and forth between these two lines. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Not surprising, this area is the 618 retracement for this downtrend. If you're looking to go long on SoFi, if you're already in a long position, holding long position on SoFi, your stop loss should be somewhere around 790, 780. Long, if you're not long yet, or you're looking for long continuation, only above 9. We can also take Fibonacci from here. You can use these levels to the downside as your risk management. Long continuation above 9, and then 920, and then 1017. What else do we have? Shopify. Let's see Shopify. Earnings. What do we, it's not earnings, sorry. It's the collaboration, something with Amazon. Since then, Friday, today, two dojis, gap to the downside. But, in my opinion, a daily close above, let's do it in green, above the 68 area, heading towards the 71. Failing to close above it, and we can see the same price action we saw over here, but to the downside towards this gap, and then back to 55. I would not chase Shopify at this moment. I would wait to see if Shopify can close at least 2 days above the 68. What else do we have? What else? DKNG. KNG. Just hit a like, subscribe, share with friends, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any other videos. 2 lives a day, 8:30 Eastern Time, AM, pre-market preparation, and 12 p.m. midday market review. Q&A. And every day, 12 a.m. Eastern Time, the market recap, technical analysis. What else do we have? DKNG looking good, holding above the 29, which is also the 618 retracement, holding above it. 1 or 2 days more above this area, and we are heading towards the 3150. You can take Fibonacci also from here. Above 30, we are heading towards this gap, and 3230 will be a very tough resistance. So if you're long already on DKNG, use the levels to the downside according to your risk tolerance. Long, I would wait for a close if this day will close above the 30 or 30.6. What else do we have? TSEM. Thank you, Amir. Let's see what. It's an Israeli, if I'm not mistaken. It's an Israeli company. Tough resistance over here at the 31.12. Long only above it towards this gap over here. If you see, this is my, in the background, it's my actual setup. What do you think? Over here, it's my cat's house, playhouse. What else? Thank you, Aaron. We'll try to keep it up. What else? FSLY. FSLY, we drew this a few weeks back. If you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos, especially my top stocks to watch weekly video, every Sunday I release my top stocks to watch video, and this was somewhere around middle of August. We went long on this 1990 breakout around 20 all the way towards 23. We went out from the swing because this trend line helps us to identify support, resistance, also for price action for the future. And now we have 3 consecutive dojis of this trend line, some kind of a pullback towards, no need to guess, we have Fibonacci towards 2290, maybe all the way towards 2185, and then next leg up. If you are looking to go long, I would wait for 2 things. First thing, some kind of a pullback towards the 22 area, somewhere here, and then a bounce back, or 2 or 3 days above this purple trend line, because now 3 consecutive dojis, inside candle over here, nothing much indecision in the market. And yes, I sound like a broken record, but it's only technical analysis. It's not rocket science. 2 hours you can learn technical analysis. It's all about risk management and the psychology behind trading. Thank you, Avi. TSM, another semiconductor, this time from Taiwan. This gap got filled. Any more gaps? Gap over here, gap over here. Now, if you want to go long, in my opinion, only above 95, 96 area, this is the support area, but you don't need to guess. Why? Because we have Fibonacci. We can take Fibonacci to the upside because we are looking for resistance levels. Now, we can also take this trend line, and this trend line will be the next resistance, very hard resistance. So if you want to go long, I would wait for a daily close above 95.52, but take under consideration this trend line together with the 97 will be a very tough resistance. You also can wait for a weekly close above this purple trend line. It's up to you. It's up to your risk management and risk tolerance. What else? MTCH. We went over this. Pre-market preparations. We drew these lines in the pre-market preparations. High of the day was on this purple trend line. We drew it in the pre-market preparations. Avi, you were in the pre-market preparations, if I'm not mistaken. And here we are. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. Now, price needs to hold above the 46. Just look left. Train your eyes to look left. To identify, try to identify serious and major support resistance levels. All this area, the 46, look left. Resistance since July 21st. Broke to the upside. Now needs to hold the support. Thursday, Friday, today. If you want to go long, only above this purple trend line towards the 49. IONQ. Nice. Held for several days above the 1660, which is also the 618 Fibonacci level. Closing above the 1810. And we are heading towards 2017. If you're long already on IONQ, use the levels to the downside. You can also take average true range, ATR, and combine the two of them as your risk management, because this is the only thing you have full control of. Risk management. Amir, PUL. High offer. Thank you very much for joining. PayPal for Amir. If you want to take your trading journey to the highest level and take your financial freedom in your own hands, check the links in the description below. First, before you take any other paid service or mentorship or course, check the Fibonacci-Traders Academy playlist. It's free, 25 videos on how to become a better trader on the psychology side and on the technical side, of course. And then you have various options, courses, mentorship, one-on-one live, online, also pre-recorded, 2 different programs, the one-on-one live, available in English and in Hebrew, and you have also the pre-recorded, same program, pre-recorded, 6 hours, 49 lessons. Both programs will gain you lifetime access, support, guidance, and all Discord channels until you will become your own indicator and you will stop follow others. Stop following others. You can get ideas, but stop asking others what to buy, where to buy, what to sell, where to put your stop loss, what will be here. With these 2 programs, I guarantee you, you will become a better trader. So PayPal, downtrend until proven otherwise. Long continuation, I would wait for 2 days above 64.18 and then 66, a weekly close above 66.40, and we are heading towards this green trend line. But overall, PayPal looks not good. No long. I don't see any long potential on this name. Caesar Entertainment. Very nice hotel in Vegas. Swing low, swing high. 56.80. Also the 54, between 54 and 56, very tough resistance. Look left and you can see why. We also have this trend line that helps us to identify that we are in an uptrend. If you want to go long, I would wait for 2 things. A bounce of this trend line or above 56.80. A IBKR, Interactive Brokers. Uptrend until proven otherwise. You have this 89.70 as a very important level of support. Why? Look left. It's all about understanding how to look left. identify where price came from, and with the help of Fibonacci and trend lines, we can, with high probability, with the highest probability, in my knowledge, where price will go from there. Does the ATR helpful for take profit? No, I don't know. Actually, I don't use it to take profit. I just use it as a combination, another tool. ATR is not an indicator. ATR is purely calculator. It calculates the volatility of the last 14 candles on the time frame that you are trading. So I just use it as a combination with support, resistance, and trend lines to manage my risk, where to put my risk, and once I'm in a position, how to manage my stop loss. For taking profits, I use candlestick analysis and trend lines. Any more questions? Yeah, I use it only for stop loss. This is how I use it. Any more questions? One thing I can tell you, that if, for example, let's take this, for example, ATR now, let's say it's 2. Okay, let's round up. Always round up a little bit. It's 2. Today, IBKR moved 0.3. Okay, let's say, for example, let's take Tesla. How much Tesla moved today? Nothing much. Let's talk about Tesla. Tesla, let's say it's 11. Okay, Tesla today, almost, as you can see here, check here, 10.2. So it's almost at its daily ATR. So if you're looking to go long now on Tesla, it's risky. First, it's an inside candle. Second, it's also almost on its daily ATR, which means once it will reach 10.7 or 11, it will pull back on the intraday. So this is how you can also look on ATR, if to enter a position or not. And of course, we are diving in how to manage stop loss, where to take profits, how to manage position on the technical side, and custom made for each and every one on the risk tolerance and risk management. XLG, Invesco S&P 500 top 50. What does it say? Long continuation above 36.90. Above it, 36.80, 37.60, which was all-time highs. And we don't need to guess, because if you look left, look at here, Fibonacci gives us everything that we need for future price action. If you are already long on this name XLG, use ATR. And by the way, I have a how to use ATR in the Fibonacci Academy playlist. Check it out. How to use ATR to manage your risk tolerance, to manage your risk management, stop loss, in combination with Fibonacci. Any more questions? Let's see what sideways move. Futures, sideways move, nothing much. We are waiting to go long above 45.14, above this level, or a bounce of this purple trend line. We had a bounce over here, bounce over here, bounce over here. So if this purple trend line will get retested once again, we will look for a bounce once again, or a break above 45.14. Let's see. the day is still long, 3.5 more hours. But for now, sideways move, inside candle on the 65, nothing much. Don't stare at the candles. Do something else. Don't exhaust yourself. Apple trying. Tesla continuation. Now the 618 Fibonacci level from the 254 from resistance needs to hold the support. Next is 257. Microsoft trying again to break above this trend line. Let's see if this long position day trading in the premium room will hold. For now, we have Tesla and Microsoft. One is working pretty good since the 249. One, for now, break even, more or less. CMCSA, Comcast. Gap, looks like it's going towards this gap. A daily close like this, and this gap will get filled during this week. We have a double top over here, a daily close like it shows now. We are heading towards this gap. What do you say about the sharp rise in all stocks of marijuana? I talked about this in the... Don't forget where it came from. Beginning of 2021, it was 33. Before it was 44. So one candle, doesn't matter how strong it is. Also in the past few days, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change the overall sentiment. The overall sentiment is still in a downtrend. This trend line, this green trend line, shows us that the overall sentiment, the strong sentiment for now, is downtrend. Some kind of a bounce always happens. It happened here. It happened here. So it's happening also here. But for now, I'm waiting, as I said in the beginning of this live, break above the 4. And then we can go long using Fibonacci, and this trend line must get retested after this long-term downtrend. Breaking above, it's the first time since this trend line started, 2 years or so, 2.5 years, this trend line started. It's the first time price is trying to break up and above. So let's see continuation, retesting this trend line and the next leg up. So it's still early in my opinion, but if you want to go long, according to your risk management, according to your risk tolerance, use the levels as your risk management. So once again, I want to thank you all for joining this live. I hope you found it helpful, educational. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, hit the notification bell. And until the next video, trade safe.